We begin this evening with the tariffs rocking the nation's economy. President Donald Trump instituted a 25% tax on all goods coming across the border from Canada and Mexico.
Already, Canada is responding with equal tariffs of their own. Meanwhile, Mexico's president says she plans to talk to President Trump this week. If they can't reach an agreement, Mexico may impose tariffs by this Sunday. The CEO of Target today warned American consumers will likely see higher prices on produce in the next few days.
We get a lot of fresh vegetables from Mexico, for example. I expect to see price increases there quickly.
The S&P 500 has lost all gains since election days, while the Dow dropped over 600 points. But the president says he's doing this because Canada and Mexico aren't doing enough to stop illegal immigration, and fentanyl shipments and existing trade deals were costing Americans jobs.
All this comes as we're seeing more local protests against the Trump administration. Dozens of Utahns marched from the state capitol to Washington Square Park in downtown Salt Lake City this afternoon with anti-Trump signs and slogans opposing the president on a range of issues, from the economy to his policy toward the ongoing war in Ukraine.
With the questions continuing to swirl around what tariffs will mean for the economy long term, we wanted to see how our state could be impacted by this.
ABC4's Kate Gardner has been speaking with industry leaders all throughout the day to find out more about this. Kate?
The tariffs are likely going to impact the price of vehicles and auto parts, as well as a wide range of consumer goods and even the price of energy. But surprisingly, they may also impact things like car insurance rates.
There's a lot of high anxiety around tariffs.
Jonathan Friedman with World Trade Center Utah says there's a reason for that.
25% of jobs within the state rely on international trade.
It doesn't just bring in money,
which equates to about 433,000 jobs in Utah.
With the tariffs now in effect, trade within the state will likely be impacted.
When things get more expensive for Utah companies to import, they pass that on to their customers.
The energy sector is also expected to be affected. In a statement, Rocky Mountain Power says, in part, we can't speculate on any impact regarding future federal policy, including potential impacts that tariffs could have on electricity rates. Enbridge Gas, which also operates in Canada, says none of the energy we deliver is produced in Canada. So Enbridge Gas Utah, Wyoming, and Idaho customers should not see any changes in the cost of their natural gas due to the tariff.
I haven't seen any rate filings move in yet driven by this, so we're all sort of putting a finger in the air.
Stuart Winchester with the insurance comparison company, The Zebra, says drivers will likely see an increase in their car insurance policies in the coming months.
I think, 8% on average is where the smart money is because of tariffs.
One reason?
6 out of 10 pieces of automobile repair equipment come from Canada, Mexico, or China.
Increasing costs for replacement car parts.
Can cross the Canadian-U.S. border 6 times. Can cross the Mexico-U.S. border 5 times, and tariffs are being applied and counter tariffs.
The price of new vehicles is also expected to increase, and with it, premiums. Winchester says combat policy prices by knowing when to shop.
And make sure that hey, when this, 3-5 years after that violation, shop the day after, because that rate is going to come down. Credit is a large informer of your insurance price. If you notice on your credit tracking app, whatever you might use, that your credit score got better, it's a great time to go out and shop.
World Trade Center Utah is working with local businesses to help them put into place contingency plans and hopefully keep the supply chain moving as smoothly as possible. Reporting from Salt Lake City, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.